Hello everybody, I'm Avery. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how is it being a food service driver. If you are coming from over the road, is it a good switch? If you're a new driver, is it a good job to get into? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give my opinions and my own experience with that. So, stay tuned. Also subscribe because I got other experiences and other jobs that y'all can check out. First off and foremost, let's go ahead and start with the pay. How is the pay at a food service company? Places like US Food, Sysco, Quality, Custom Distribution. Overall, the pay is very good. It'll probably, in all honesty, if you don't got any endorsements, it might be one of the highest paying jobs that you can find. Just to give an example, I looked at Sysco, at them hiring here, where I'm at in Virginia, and they are paying somewhere upwards to $85,000. And I looked in two other states. One of them, they was paying up to $100,000, and then the other one, they was paying up to $110,000. Now, obviously, if you're making six figures, that's a lot of money. And the thing about that is that you don't have to wait, years before you start getting paid that amount of money. As soon as you get out of training, then you'll immediately start making that money. When you're training under somebody, you're getting paid per hour, probably like around $20, $21 an hour. Once you start driving by yourself, you got your own route, then you'll be switched to getting paid per case. Let's say, for example, you'll get paid like 67 cents per case, and then you're dropping off about hundreds of units in a day. So you can average anywhere between like $300 to like $400+ working, 4 or 5 days a week. Let's just go with 5, making about $300 a day, $1,500. Take 1,500 times 52. Let's go ahead and use a calculator real quick on my phone. 1,500 times 52. I don't want to go ahead and get that wrong, but I know I'm in the 70s. $78,000. You also, let me go ahead and say this about, the pay before I talk about anything else, is you might find one of these food service places might give you a sign-on bonus. You might get $3,000 sign-on bonus. You might even get $5,000 sign-on bonus. Not only that, but if you refer a friend, they'll give you the exact same amount that they'll give the new driver. For that sign-on bonus, you'll have to be there for a whole year though. You'll get 25% or so after 3 months, then another 25%, 6 months, and then get the rest after the year's up. The reason that they even do sign-on bonuses is because it's a high turnover. And the high turnover rate comes strictly from it's a hard job. It's a hard job. It doesn't even have to be hard for real. The way the companies run this job is that they try to squeeze in as much as they possibly can. So you'll be running close to 14 hours a day every time you get in the truck. On average, let's just say 13 hours a day, right? 13 and a half hours a day. The biggest problem about this, you don't feel like you could take the mandatory 30-minute break to actually sit down somewhere and get you something to eat or relax or whatever, because you are trying to get home. Not only are you trying to get home, but you're trying to make sure that you don't mess up and then you're stuck somewhere at the 14th hour, so somebody else has to come get you. And you might be thinking, well, how do you not take your break? Don't they monitor that? Yes, they do. But what you can do just as easily is once you get to an area, once you get to your next stop, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my break here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say I'm on break right now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go deliver this. And then once I finish delivering this, because it's more than likely going to take me over 30 minutes to deliver here, I'm going to go ahead and take myself off my break and then put myself as working. And then whatever the rest of the time that it takes me to finish working here, I'm going to just go ahead and leave it as that. And then I'm going to go ahead and go on my way. So that happens all the time. You're definitely going to get a workout. That goes without being said. I was at 2 different places where it required hard labor. You know, I was doing a moving company. I was truck driving for a moving company, which you, like I said, you should be able to see up here somewhere. In which case I talk about the pros and cons of truck driving for a moving company. But I also did food service. And I can say hands down that doing moving furniture is easier. It's an easier job than doing food service. Obviously, you got to be out in the rain. If it rains, if it snows, you got to be out in the snow. You don't get any holidays off. The only real holidays you get off is Christmas and Thanksgiving. Anything other than that, you're going to be working. So you can expect that. You can try to take some days off, but those go directly by seniority. So, you know, the seniors get to pick what days they want off first. Let's also talk about the times that you're working, because you're not going to start working at 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. That's rare. And that's very dependent on the specific stores that you're going to at that point in time. For the most part, you're going to be either early morning or you're going to start in the afternoon. You don't have to worry about maneuvering around people, but at the same time, you got to open the stores yourself and, get the alarms and stuff like that, where, it's just easier to have, whoever's there to just open the door for you. So you ain't got to worry about that. I'd have to make like a whole new playlist of just random truck driving stories in order to get through all the stories I got. So maybe I'll do that. I'll seriously think about that. And with all that being said, I ain't want this to be too long, but at the same time, this did end up being longer than I wanted. So sometimes it just happens like that. But hopefully you was able to get through it. And if you did, hey, and you end up still liking the video, why don't you go ahead and actually press the like button so other people can see this, and subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, click the bell notification so you get notified when new videos come out from me, because I make new videos every week. Thanks for watching.